star for many years that had many fans. In fact, he played the best English twit, really, since the wonderful Cary Grant. But why is it all now seemingly gone wrong for a once much loved Hollywood and British star? Hi, good morning, Neil. Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company today. Thank you as ever for joining me, and also thank you for your kind comments about all the recent videos. A lot of you have been asking me also, by the way, do I remember the Golden Girls? Of course I remember the Golden Girls. We touched on Charlie's Angels, didn't we, the other day? The Golden Girls were wonderful. In fact, I met two of them, well, I think three of them actually. Rue, who played Blanche Devereaux, and of course the brilliant Betty White. What I loved about the Golden Girls, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me on this, is that it was written for older people by older people, and it had a huge audience. Something, of course, today's television seems to lack, simply because they don't care whether the older people are watching, or more importantly, whether it's written for them or not. It's all about getting the youth vote, isn't it? Back as ever though to your breaking entertainment story of the day. This story really centres upon a man, as I say, who played a bumbling Prime Minister on screen to great effect, but now seemingly has lost even more fans by airing once again his own political views. These are the woke brigade that are very rich, don't want to live near refugees, don't want them near them, but consequently tell you to take them in. You get the picture. Now, Hugh Grant, of course, has had a stellar career starring in many different films, but in his private life he likes to remain incredibly private. We're not quite sure how many children he's got, more importantly, to which mother, and then of course you're not allowed to mention that indiscretion with Divine Brown all those years ago when he was dating the beautiful Elizabeth Hurley. But it was this stance this week that really set a lot of people against him. You will of course now know that the Right Honourable Prime Minister Boris Johnson decided to resign. But was it this under Hugh's instigation to play the famous Benny Hill music as Mr Johnson was giving his resignation speech in Downing Street? This was kicked off by the activist who recently was banned from Parliament Square, but somehow, because it's a very busy day, snuck back in and decided once again to try and blame fresh humiliation upon the situation. Let's not forget, of course, whether you like Boris or not, this was voted for by the British public, not the media. So by this particular tweet from Hugh Grant seemingly got this particular activist very busy. But now a lot of people are turning against Mr Grant because they simply do not want his political views. They quite like playing him the English twit, the buffoon, the clown on screen, but they simply don't want to know about it in real life. That's the difference between an entertainer and a political person. Do one or the other, but you simply can't do both, as Hugh Grant is now finding out to a very great cost. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.